Okay, I'm
CoWorkers are
back with
not your
another video.
friends.
And I would just like to say that coworkers are not your friends. They are not. They don't like you. They don't even need a reason not to like you. They don't like you because you put together, and they just don't like that for you because you don't want to click up with their group. They bullshit ass group that you don't want to be a part of. They look at you as you think you're better than them because you don't want to click up with them. I have nothing to talk about with people that I work 8 hours a day with. Nothing. And so anyway, there's a young man that I work with, very handsome guy. Very handsome guy. He's young. He's about 27. But he gets on my fucking nerves. Because he's always, I like your necklace. I like your earrings. I mean, oh, thank you, But get the fuck away from me. I really don't want to be bothered. He gives me his QR code. I don't know what a QR code for what he got, but he's handing it to me on his phone. It's a QR code. He told me to click on it. And I was like, well, what I got to click on it? He said, if I click on it, it gives me his information. I guess you can do that now for people, business card. And so he wanted me to click on it for his business card because what he do, he a barber and he cuts hair. And I think a while back I told him that I got a little boy, a little 10-year-old, and he goes, he does mobile barbering. And he showed me his pictures on Instagram and stuff that he gives a fresh cut. But then, he keep pressing me that he want to come to my house and cut my son's hair. But I really, really, really do not want no coworker in my fucking house like that. I don't want him over my house. I just don't. I don't want to be bothered like that. So I will continue to use the clippers myself and cut my son's hair myself. Because I refuse. I don't want no coworker in my house with a mobile business cutting my son's hair. That's just too close for comfort. I don't want to know you, and I don't want you in my house. I don't want to see you like that. I just don't. Now call me evil for that, but and not supporting this young black man's business, but I just don't want to support you in my house. I mean, some people make a living off their coworkers, and that's how they do their entrepreneurs. They make a living. They sell their Avon. They sell their stuff. They do their barbering in their coworkers' house. That's how they make a business. There's some people that I know, the weed man. Their coworkers is how they sustaining their life, But I don't want no parts of it because I don't like these people. Everything is all good until it ain't. I'm telling y'all, coworkers are not your fucking friends. I cannot stress that enough. When you come to work, enjoy the pleasantries that you have. Enjoy them pleasantries. Enjoy them pleasantries because them pleasantries is what it is. Hi, you look nice today. You too. All right, girl. See you later. That's the pleasantries, and that's all you need them to do for you. And go home. Stop trying to be popular on the job, and then when you find out you ain't popular and everybody talking about you, you don't get your feelings hurt because you don't give a fuck like that. I don't want this dude cutting no hair in my house. I'm sorry, not sorry, but I am not going to support him like that. I'm just not. When I tell you these coworkers are not your friends, I was walking out with a guy that claimed he liked me. And I was just enjoying his conversation. He not my man. I'm walking out. Little do I know that I made this other nigga that likes me up here mad. He mad than a motherfucker that I was talking to this guy. So, I'm waiting for the time clock to change, to clock out. And this man is walking in while I'm walking to the time clock to clock out. He walks right by me and disrespected me. This is a black man. He disrespected me by farting on me as loud as he could possibly can. And he did that to show me, fuck you. He's disrespecting me by farting on me. So, shit like that make you think, I'm glad I keep my motherfucking legs closed. I'm glad I keep these niggas out my house and out my fucking bed. I'm glad about that. So you can fart until your ass crack bleeds. You can do that. I'm going to keep my fucking headphones on and keep these niggas out my house, keep these people out my house, because coworkers are not your goddamn friends. And when you realize that, when they do some shady shit, it make you wish that you could take back every conversation that you ever had with these people, to show me the disrespect like that, the disrespect like that. So since you walked out with another guy and I like you, but I ain't going to tell you that I like you, but I'm jealous, I'm going to fart on you while you stand here and wait to clock out. That's the kind of fucking mentality that these 45, 47-year-old motherfucking men have on their mind. I got a group of white men, they don't like me because I'm a uppity black bitch that think I'm all of that, because this is what that girl that was slandering me have rumored me to think I think that I'm all of that, So these uppity white folks that work the same job I do, since they so uppity and shit, they don't, they turn their nose up at me, which I don't give a damn. I don't want to be around y'all motherfuckers anyway, I really don't. And they be mad that you do not want to be a part of their clique, that you don't talk to them, that you don't make up shit to just talk to them about. It's nothing to talk about. Nothing at all. They not that interesting. They really not. So, and I'ma just say this. That young man that got this barbering business, he might have good intentions. He may cut my son's hair fire. But it's all good until it ain't. And then he done been in my house and now we ain't cool no more. And now I got the violation memory of, damn, I wish. It's like when you open up to a nigga that you know you never should have slept with because he ain't on your level. And you be thinking, damn, I wish I would have kept my goddamn legs closed. That's how you feel about a coworker coming up in your house. Coming up in your damn house. I'm telling you, these coworkers are not your friends. I could tell you another story. I had a friend that when I was a younger woman in my 30s and I had a little boy, young, he was young and they needed babysitting. I told my friend at work who had adopted her kid about my mother being a babysitter. She had a daycare. I introduced my friend to my coworker friend to my mother and they became ace boom coons. Every time I turn around, this woman was around my mother. My mother done moved the girl in the house. I can't talk to my mom about nothing private. It's all good until it ain't. Would you believe this girl came down here to the job and told my business? Because I did tell my son, I hate your motherfucking ass. Because he was 13 doing some shit that I hated him doing. And I said, I hate your motherfucking ass. But just because I told my son I hate his ass don't mean I actually hate him. I told him I hated him in that moment. But that girl went up there to that bus company and told everybody at my job that I'm so unfit, and I told my son that I hated him. Do you know, if I would just not have even mentioned that my mother has a daycare and she could watch him, her kid, and all this bullshit, if I would have did that, if I wouldn't have did that, she never wouldn't have been in my life like that. She never would have ended up having to live with my mother because she can't find no place to stay and shit like that. My mom just letting her in. And you like them more because you don't like me. Trying to hurt me, letting my coworkers and shit live with you. And I got to work with these people. And if they hear anything about me, they over there running their mouth to other people. I have been through ringers. Oh my God. And it's because I'm a chosen one. I got to be chosen to do something. Chosen to be the black sheep. Chosen. I just keep these motherfucking people out your goddamn house. Because they don't mean you no good when they get over there. They don't mean you no good, these damn coworkers. And I'm looking at my mom, why the fuck did you move my coworker in your house? And now I can't even come over here and visit you without this bitch being up over here. You know? Just keep them out. Keep them out. No, you can't cut my son's hair. Hell no. Okay?